I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Am, Rao, Mal, Ist. Hey guys, what's going on? Eric here, bringing you guys some more D2 content. Today we're going to review where my Necro is at since the launch of Season 5, Project Diablo 2, so about 3 days ago. I'm going to go over the gear, the charms, my Mercenary, my stats, skills, and then we'll do a cow run. And then also, we're going to roll a CTA. I should have led with that. That's the big ticket item. Anyways, starting off with a weapon, I originally started with a different lyric. I think I paid like a Malrune for one off perfect. I found another puzzle box, paid a puzzle box for this. I'm not going to slime it yet until I get another one, although I'd probably puzzle box it first to eliminate some chances of getting a bad corruption, and then we'll ist that. I paid an rune for these. This is best on slot. You get that additional summoning skill. A good corruption would be all resists or magic find. Ring, this is something I just shopped. I could probably buy a Nagel for some of my Worldstone shards, but I'm collecting them. I've got 39. I'll probably trade a stack of these for a high rune. Other ring, again, I probably found this a couple hours into the game. I don't haven't upgraded it. I could get some Nagel rings. Now this is a showcase. If you don't know, the Bountiful Craft only requires an L rune. An L, a magic jewel, P topaz, and a magic belt. And a lot of the other bountiful crafts require like co-runes and lums and IOs. So if you're trying to get some easy magic find, save those L runes. This was my very first craft. I've crafted two other ones that were total dog shit. And then another thing that's new to Season 5, if you guys don't know, is crafts and rares are going to get forced to have 6 affixes. Excuse me, 6 affixes. So really high chances of getting something decent. And then also another buff regarding like weapons, helms, and shields, like things that have staff mods, like Golem Maestry or Clay Golem, for example. The odds of getting those are much higher. So a lot of bases for the Dominion, also known as, I think, Unbending Will, they changed the name. And then things like Rhyme or Splendor, you can get really decent items right away. Moving on to the armor, I paid a gold rune for this. I found a second puzzle box, so I decided to go for it. I needed some magic find. I got lucky. Did not get lucky with this helm. I just used the regular Larzak socket quest and I only got one. I don't remember what I paid for this. It was something really cheap though. Maybe like a pole or an rune. These are so cheap. 3 summon. They're so common. I feel like last season when Summoner was like one of the best classes, it still is. These were expensive deep into it. And I found a second one. So I corrupted this. I got Run Walk. I got Max Resist on the other one. Neither are too good because I'm not achieving 75 all resist to even benefit from the amulet. Shield, I paid... What did I pay for this? A gold rune? I think the DR is anti-perfect, but I think it got a perfect all-res corruption. I feel like 22, maybe I'm confusing what an rune gives, but it's like 22 to 30, maybe. I'm not positive. I found these in cows. I was getting ready to purchase one. I think they were going for maybe an Ist or a Malrune, but I found one. They're +2, so I'm set. Again, I'd probably get all res or magic find corruption on that. Moving on to the charms, I paid, what did I pay for this? I think I paid a Mal for this. It's a pretty dang good Geed. And then these are all either an Ist or a Malrune. All of the charms are self-found. I haven't gotten a lot of magic find. I got a few nice life mana ones. Life res, perfect. Life mana, decent, some res, meh. Life mana, and then I got a 5 resist. Moving on to the Mercenary, I found this right away, so he's been helpful right away. If you need like a really cheap damage weapon, where did I put it? An Aminatur. I found a superior base, but if your Mercenary, if you activate for Mercenary needs a weapon, Aminatur, strength, solid. It's got 7 life leech as well. Found this. I was wearing the those set demon hide boots for Cannot Be Frozen. They weren't adding anything other than cannot be frozen. So I luckily found this Duriel's and I swapped that out. So now he has a lot more life, strength, defense, and res. Really nice. I could upgrade this, but I found this, I think I found this on my Hell run through when I was running with an 8-man group. I could swap that out definitely. And then to get him some life leech, I just crafted some blood gloves. I'm waiting to sell these. They seem pretty decent. 50 faster run walk. They're kind of similar to the new 60 faster run walk boots. I forget the name, but these have really high life. I am trying to sell these, so if you need these, I think I'm trying to get a goal. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Extended stat screen. Here, or actually, I'll go to my stat screen after this. These are my res. I'm hitting 30 FCR, 39 FHR. I have 183 Magic Find. Here is where I'm at with my stats. I'm statting right now in the hopes of getting rid of this belt for an arachnids eventually. So I'm overstacked because of this belt. Plus, this adds some extra strength as well. But the rest all has been going into vitality. I'm not a max block. This is your best on-slot shield. The faster run walk was really great. You really don't need max block unless you're on hardcore. But even on softcore, when I get all of my summons up, this thing is super strong. Let's roll the CTA, and then we will do a cow run, and I'll show you how I summon all of my skellies. It's kind of ridiculous, honestly. All right. We've got this Am, Rao, Mao, Ist, Om. I feel pretty confident that that's it. I did not double check. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Am, Rao, Mao, Ist. Oh, by the way, the roll on this doesn't matter because a difference of a 1BO versus a 6BO is like 50 life, something like that. And this thing lasts like 10 minutes. I forget how long it lasts. So it doesn't matter. If it's 6, that's pretty sick. If not, whatever. 4BO, I'll take it. Let's pop this on. Already got a lidless. I think I paid an Ist for this. Maybe a Mao run. If they get good corruptions, they're worth like goals. All right. Let's pop this on battle command, battle orders. Already got that. And I'll show you the pattern how to do battle orders with your summons. So you go battle order, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 desecrates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you only go to 8 because once you swap back to your CTA, you want to battle orders your skeletons, and then you cast the last 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because your wand gives extra skills to those, and if you swap to your CTA, they disappear anyways. All right. Oh, there's the skills. There's the skills. Putting all of my rest of my points into Amplify. There we go. All right. So all you do is you amp. That's it. You could technically put 10 points into Curse Mastery, and you could cast 2 different. I don't know. I like amp. I don't want to have to hotkey a second skill. So if you wanted to Decrepify, you'd have to hotkey both amp and Decrepify. But I'm just going primarily all physical. The mages, they help with immune, and then what those don't get, you just break it when you amplify the physicals. When I first started on here, I'm not a source, so I wasn't doing like Mephisto or Andy. I always just go straight to cows. Literally all 5 seasons, I start with 100 cow runs. I have about 50 recorded, so one of my next videos is either going to be, I'm going to showcase my Season 4 Summon Necromancer, or, uh-oh, what's that? I forget. Magic Find? Oh, no, not the, that's a shitty one. And what was I gonna say? So cows, they're gonna give you high runes right away. They're gonna give you charms, jewels, shards. So every season that I have started with cows, basically 100 cows nets you like 40 shards. So if you like to do a lot of corrupting, Cows is where it's at. Right now, I think like 10 shards is about a Malrune. So if you had 50 shards, that's about a Vex. But not a lot of people are buying stacks of 50 shards right away. I have been identifying bolts lately. I know I skipped one back there. Just because mercenaries are allowed to wear them now, so your Act 1 mercenary can wear them. My endgame mercenary is going to be Faith with Teamite, because I want to get that Vigor. You could definitely use an Act 5 Merc, which is what I'm using right now, for that Might, and then your weapon would be a Beast. But I just really like Vigor. It helps helps you move faster as well as all of your summons. For my loot filter that I'm using Cryzards. I'll probably put a link to how to install it and then a link to the loot filter itself. I've used it every season. I think I have a better one so far. I've used it every season, and it's the best. It's the best there is, in my opinion. And there are different tiers. So like right when you first start, you can show everything essentially, highlight all the useful stuff, and then once you get progressed just a little bit, where you don't need to see like a set belt. What is that, like Hashura's or something like that? It'll highlight it on step 1 or level 1, and then when you progress a little bit and you don't, benefit from that, you can set it to level 3. And I tried level 2. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't hiding enough, and there was still just way too much clutter. Oh, I forget what I was saying earlier. I was gonna say that when I first started with cows, the runs were rough. I think it took me like 10 minutes, and then once I got my weapon, I switched to summons, because I didn't even touch on this. I started off with golems, because golems, when you max them right away, they have like 5,000 life, so they're not dying. Summons, like right now, even with let's see, what's it at? They have like 900 life, which is pretty good. Like, they don't die in groups, other than maybe the archers, they have less life. But right away, if you're starting clean, I highly recommend doing golems. And then their weapon is a Karen shard, so that's what I started with. If you guys have any questions, if I missed anything, leave a comment. If you guys want to see more from me, I'm going to be uploading more Project Diablo 2 and Resurrected. Yeah, subscribe. Rip to that guy who just died. Alright, bye.